Have you ever felt trapped by your own thoughts, believing that self-doubt is your only companion? This book, Mindset Detox, Eliminate Negative Thought Patterns Permanently, explores the transformative power of neuroplasticity, habit architecture, and resilient self-belief, echoing the core theme of my channel, Brainpower Blueprint. Embark on a 9-chapter journey that equips you with an actionable blueprint to reshape your mindset and unlock your hidden potential. Invite every idea into your daily life and envision your future self telling a new success story. Meaningful change begins the moment you turn the page. Mindset Detox, compiled and published by Brainpower Blueprint. Chapter 1. Understanding Negative Thinking. Have you ever caught yourself spiraling into a whirlpool of self-doubt, wondering if your dreams are just a mirage? At some point in our lives, we all experience the heavy weight of negative thinking. Those nagging thoughts that weave into our minds, silently convincing us that we are not enough or that success is an unreachable goal. In order to break free from these shackles, it is essential to understand the nature of our negative thought patterns. Recognizing how these thoughts emerge and take hold is the first step toward a more empowered mindset. Negative thinking often seeps into our lives through various channels. Societal pressures, personal experiences, and past traumas can contribute to this barrage of self-criticism. Imagine a simple scenario. A student prepares for a crucial exam but is plagued by thoughts of failure, believing that anything less than perfection equates to inadequacy. This belief can create a paralytic effect, hindering the student's ability to perform to the best of their ability. Research indicates that around 70% of people experience negative self-talk regularly, showcasing just how widespread this issue is. The good news? Awareness is the first pillar of change. By acknowledging these thoughts and their origins, we regain the power over them, paving the way toward clarity. Let's consider a personal story for perspectives. Picture Sarah, a young professional who constantly struggled with feelings of unworthiness in her job. After years of absorbing her inner voice that whispered, "You're not good enough," she finally embarked on a journey of self-discovery. By taking the time to reflect on her most recurring negative thoughts, she unearthed moments from childhood that shaped them. This process allowed her to dissect those beliefs, decide if they were accurate, and ultimately realize their fallacy. Through vibrant self-reflection, Sarah transformed her inner monologue, allowing a new narrative to emerge, one that embraced resilience and self-acceptance. Her experience illustrates a potent truth. Understanding our thoughts is an act of courage that enables liberation and growth. Every journey of transformation requires us to reframe the dialogues we hold within ourselves. Negative thinking, while pervasive and daunting, isn't unchangeable. Instead, it can be a catalyst for growth, spurring us to challenge preconceived notions and forge a brighter path. Our thoughts wield immense power. They can uplift or drag us down. When we begin to give ourselves permission to notice when and how we think negatively, we step into a space of possibility. Clearly, the first shift toward a positive mindset is rooted in understanding those nagging thoughts rather than purposefully silencing them. As we delve deeper into this exploration of negative thinking, we uncover the potential that lies beyond it. By embracing this understanding, we lay the groundwork for transformational change in our lives. With each realization, we dismantle the weight of damaging beliefs, and in their place, we begin to cultivate a genuine sense of empowerment. Remember, change is not an enemy, but a formidable ally that awaits us at the heart of every negative thought we confront. With this awareness, you harness the strength to rewrite your narrative and embark on a fulfilling journey toward the life you deserve. Identify your negative thoughts, challenge their validity, and replace them with constructive affirmations. By actively engaging in this process, you reclaim your power, dismantle the habits that foster self-doubt, and create a much healthier inner dialogue that promotes growth and positivity. The beauty of this blueprint lies in its simplicity and accessibility. It gives you the tools needed to shift your mindset with ease. As you embark on this transformative journey, remember that awareness is your first step toward change. When you begin to notice negative thoughts creeping into your mind, take a moment to pause. Instead of accepting these thoughts at face value, question their origin. Where did these beliefs come from? Often, they are rooted in past experiences or societal influences that do not reflect your true worth. In challenging these patterns, you're forging a new pathway, allowing you to redefine how you perceive yourself and your capabilities. Every time you consciously acknowledge and question your negative thinking, you take a step toward liberating yourself from its grip. Next, it's crucial to reformulate these thoughts into positive affirmations. This aspect of the blueprint is where real magic happens. By turning "I'm not good enough" into "I am capable and deserving of success," you furnish your mind with empowering language that invites growth and achievement. Create a list of affirmations that resonate deeply with you, and make it a practice to repeat them daily, preferably in front of a mirror. This simple yet powerful act reinforces your new beliefs, setting the foundation for your journey going forward. Moreover, when faced with setbacks or moments of doubt, having these affirmations at your fingertips will ground you, reminding you of your intrinsic value and potential. As we delve deeper, let's acknowledge the importance of action in this process. While awareness and affirmation are critical components, placing your new thoughts into practice is where the real transformation unfolds. When faced with challenges, replace old habits of negative thinking with proactive responses. For instance, if you find yourself on the brink of self-doubt during a presentation, use this opportunity to recall affirmations that underscore your preparedness and capability. Visualize success as you approach the task at hand, allowing the energy of positivity to replace the anxiety of fear. Now let's consider the concept of community in this journey. Surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift and support your mission empowers you to maintain progress. Engage with friends, family, or support groups who share similar goals, creating a network that fosters accountability and growth. As you vocalize your intentions and progress to others, you solidify your commitment and invite positivity into your environment. The exchange of affirmations and encouragement within a trusted community enhances your capacity to embrace transformation. Through every step of this process, the pivotal takeaway remains clear. Negative thoughts are not insurmountable obstacles, but are opportunities for growth and healing. The momentum created by identifying, challenging, and reshaping these thoughts leads to transformative mindset shifts that resonate throughout all aspects of life. Each day presents a new chance to practice, reinforce, and celebrate your progress toward an empowered perspective. Remember, the journey of understanding and altering your negative thinking patterns is not a race, but an enriching experience that deepens your relationship with yourself. Embrace this opportunity with enthusiasm, for every small shift contributes to the grand tapestry of your life's success story. As you embrace this newfound perspective, you are in the driver's seat, steering your future toward fulfillment, courage, and unwavering self-belief. At 35, Maria felt trapped in her monotonous job. Every day, self-doubt whispered that she lacked the skills needed to pursue her dream of becoming a graphic designer. After attending a workshop that ignited her passion, she decided to confront her fears head-on. Maria dedicated her evenings to learning design software and sought constructive feedback from peers and mentors. Initially met with setbacks, she reframed her failures as essential learning experiences and chose to view criticism as a stepping stone rather than a deterrent. This shift in perspective fueled her growth, leading her to build an impressive portfolio. Within a year, Maria landed a dream job in a creative agency, proving that embracing a growth mindset can transform obstacles into opportunities. How might you identify the negative thoughts that arise during challenging situations in your life? Reflecting on moments of doubt can illuminate the patterns you need to address for personal growth. How might you transform a limiting belief into a positive affirmation that empowers you to take action? Consider how rephrasing self-criticism into uplifting statements can change your approach to everyday challenges. How might you integrate a practice of seeking constructive feedback into your daily routine? Embracing input from others can enhance your skills while reinforcing a mindset focused on continuous improvement and resilience. Transforming negative thinking into a pathway for growth empowers you to reignite your potential, laying a solid blueprint for a fulfilling life. As you continue to rewire your thoughts, remember that this journey is just beginning, and your resilience will illuminate the way forward. In our next chapter, we will delve into identifying your inner critic, exploring the persistent voice that sabotages your confidence and finding strategies to quiet its influence. With every step you take, you are not just changing how you think, you are changing your life. For more practical insights and inspiration, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, and continue your journey to empowerment. Chapter 2. Identifying your inner critic. What if the loudest voice holding you back isn't the world around you, but the one inside your head? It's a sobering reality that most of us harbor a relentless inner critic, constantly whispering doubts and fears that undermine our self-worth. Understanding and identifying this voice is crucial in reclaiming your power and transforming your mindset. By shining a light on these nagging thoughts, you can begin to dismantle their negativity and replace them with a nurturing inner dialogue that fuels personal growth. Our inner critics often originate from early experiences and societal expectations that shape how we view ourselves. Imagine sitting at a dinner party, and amid the laughter, there's a moment when you want to share a story, yet you hesitate, fearing judgment. This unease stems from a belief that you might not be interesting enough, or that your contribution wouldn't be valued. Research shows that about 80% of our thoughts tend to be negative, and many of these thoughts are automatic, running in the background like an incessant soundtrack to our lives. Yet, here's the silver lining. Recognizing when these thoughts arise is the turning point where you reclaim your voice. Let's consider the story of David, who spent years feeling inadequate at work. Every time the team discussed ideas, the inner voice that bloomed within him said, "You don't have what it takes," quieting any ambition or creativity he might have expressed. However, after attending a personal development seminar, David began to actively listen to that inner critic. Instead of ignoring it, he took a different approach. He realized that acknowledging this voice gave him the power to challenge it. He began to write down his self-critical thoughts and confront their validity on a piece of paper. Gradually, he unearthed the origins of these beliefs and discovered that many were untrue. This allowed him to replace his self-doubt with a more compassionate narrative. David's journey illustrates that when we confront our inner critics, we gain insight into the roots of our fears, laying the groundwork for lasting change. Ultimately, identifying your inner critic reframes how you interact with yourself. It unveils the patterns that keep you from manifesting your deepest potential. The next time self-doubt creeps in, recognize it for what it is, a whisper of fear rather than an absolute truth. Each act of recognition nurtures resilience, transforming the inner dialogue from self-sabotage to self-empowerment. Remember, your inner critic can serve as a powerful tool for self-reflection. By understanding its origins, you can harness its energy to fuel your growth rather than diminish your spirit. As you venture into this new territory, embrace the opportunity to reshape your narrative. The words you choose create your reality, and with every small effort to silence your inner critic, you are inviting a more positive, fearless, and authentic version of yourself to emerge. Your journey toward identifying and evolving beyond this voice is not merely a challenge. It's a profound gift that unlocks the door to your limitless potential. Acknowledge your inner critic, confront its presence with curiosity, and transform its messages into constructive affirmations. This 3-step blueprint invites you to actively engage with your self-doubt, allowing you to uncover its sources and reshape it into a tool that empowers rather than weakens you. Each step is a vital part of your journey toward self-discovery, enabling you to create a state of awareness about the dialogues happening inside your mind and shifting them toward positivity. Once you've recognized your inner critic and confronted it, the next phase involves intentionally reframing the messages it delivers. This can be a liberating experience, allowing you to redefine the narrative that drives your actions. Picture this. When that familiar voice resurfaces, insisting you're not qualified for a promotion or that your ideas will be shot down in a meeting, pause for just a moment. Instead of succumbing to defeat, challenge that assertion. Ask yourself, what evidence supports this belief? Are there instances where you have succeeded, thrived, and even surprised yourself with your ingenuity? By consciously redirecting your thoughts in this manner, you learn to arm yourself with strength against the critical voice, empowering you to foster an environment where positivity can flourish. Now, consider how to build your arsenal of constructive affirmations. Craft phrases that uplift you, energizing statements that replace the negativity of your inner critic. For instance, shift "I can't do this" to "I am capable and I learn from every experience." Create a pocket of affirmations you can refer to in times of doubt, perhaps writing them on sticky notes and placing them where you'll see them frequently. The repetitive reinforcement of these affirmations, coupled with a commitment to believe in their truth, slowly rewires your thought processes. This transition invites you to redefine your limitations, encouraging the emergence of a self-assured essence within. A valuable aspect of this journey lies in allowing yourself to embrace vulnerability. Accept that it's perfectly normal to have self-doubts and worries. Acknowledging these emotions rather than hiding from them is essential. Take a cue from writers and creatives. Many express their fears candidly, channeling them into stories or art. By permitting vulnerability, you dismantle its power over you. Expressing how you feel, whether through journaling or talking to a confidant, nurtures a deep understanding of your inner critic. This self-exploration promotes healing and ultimately leads to a more harmonious existence with your authentic self. Moreover, actively seek out environments and relationships that affirm your growth and counterbalance negativity. Engage in discussions with positive individuals who uplift your spirit, those who celebrate your successes, however small they may seem. Surrounding yourself with constructive energy acts as a shield against lingering self-doubt. Peer support encourages a community of accountability where pursuing growth becomes a collective mission. As you navigate this chapter of your transformation, remember that identifying and understanding your inner critic is not simply about silence, but about conversation. It's your chance to rally against the pervasive notions that stifle your capabilities, fulfilling your potential in new and exciting ways. Each interaction with your inner critic reveals insights about yourself and offers opportunities to authorize your voice. Choose to see this dialogue as a chance to grow, for when you engage with self-compassion and strength, you ignite a powerful force that can transition your narrative from self-sabotage to self-empowerment. Take the story of Emily, who always dreamed of starting her own bakery but feared failure and self-doubt held her back. After years of working unsatisfying desk jobs, she decided to confront her inner critic. Instead of allowing thoughts like, "I'll never succeed," to deter her, Emily set out to learn everything she could about baking and business. She took online courses, attended workshops, and even volunteered at a local bakery to gain experience. With each challenge she faced, Emily reframed her setbacks as opportunities for improvement, refusing to let criticism define her. As a result, she opened her bakery 6 months later, embodying a growth mindset and proving that belief in oneself can turn dreams into reality. How might you identify one negative thought that frequently arises during moments of self-doubt, and what steps can you take to challenge its validity? Reflecting on this will help you understand its impact and empower you to reframe it. How might you create a personal mantra or affirmation that counters a limiting belief you've identified? Consider how crafting this empowering statement can serve as a daily reminder of your strengths and potential. How might you cultivate connections with friends or mentors who inspire and support you in your growth journey? Engaging in conversations with positive influences can help you reinforce a healthy mindset and keep you motivated in overcoming your inner critic. Recognizing and understanding your inner critic is the first step in rewiring your mindset for success, allowing you to ignite your true potential. As you begin to dismantle those self-defeating thoughts, you pave the way for authentic growth and resilience. In the upcoming chapter, we'll explore the power of self-awareness, where you will learn how mindfulness and reflection can deepen your understanding of yourself and further enhance your journey to empowerment. Together, we will dive into actionable strategies that help cultivate a greater awareness of your thoughts and emotions. For ongoing inspiration and practical insights, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, and continue your path toward meaningful transformation. Chapter 3. The Power of Self-Awareness. Have you ever thought about how much your internal world shapes your experiences? Self-awareness is the foundation for personal growth, a powerful catalyst for change that allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Cultivating self-awareness enables you to move from mere existence into a life brimming with potential and intention. By understanding the intricate dance between your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you unlock the door to genuine transformation and progress. This chapter invites you to explore the power of self-awareness, emphasizing its crucial role in fostering personal development. With heightened self-awareness, you can identify patterns and triggers that contribute to negative thinking, enabling you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Imagine approaching everyday situations with the confidence of someone who knows not just how they feel, but why they feel that way. Studies reveal that individuals with higher self-awareness experience greater emotional regulation, better relationships, and significant improvements in their overall well-being. This discovery encourages us to prioritize cultivating self-awareness in our daily lives, affirming its significance on our journey to a more empowered self. Let's take the example of Jake, a hardworking professional who found himself drained after each workday. He often felt irritable, and though he couldn't pinpoint the source of his frustration, running on autopilot made the days blur together. Upon discovering the concept of self-awareness, Jake began to engage in daily reflections. He would spend just 5 minutes each evening journaling about his day, what made him happy, what frustrated him, and how those feelings impacted his actions. It was during a particularly introspective session that Jake uncovered unsettling patterns. He realized his irritability stemmed from neglecting his personal passions, facets of his life he had long sidelined for work. This illuminating experience ignited a newfound intention, an effort to prioritize activities that truly fulfilled him. Jake's story exemplifies how self-awareness serves not only to inform our choices, but also to empower us to design a life filled with authentic fulfillment. The essence of self-awareness lies in its ability to create a powerful feedback loop, which fosters a deeper understanding of ourselves. Each insightful moment brings forth opportunities for introspection and growth, allowing us to engage with our inner selves authentically. By observing negative impulses and bringing gentle curiosity to these moments, we challenge and shift our narratives. This process reassures us that our minds can be both a battleground and a sanctuary, offering us the chance to shape how we respond to life's challenges. As you delve into self-awareness, strive to see thoughts and emotions as valuable information rather than mere occurrences to be judged. Remember that your feelings are valid and deserve examination. In embarking on this path of heightened self-awareness, focus on the practice of mindful observation. Rather than condemning yourself for negative thoughts or feelings, see them as invitations to learn more about who you are and what you value. By welcoming a mindset that embraces curiosity rather than shame, you're not simply strengthening your self-awareness, but building the groundwork for meaningful change in all aspects of your life. Ultimately, through the practice of self-awareness, you reclaim the narrative of your existence. The power lies within you to choose how you wield that narrative for a brighter, more intentional future. Pause and observe your thoughts, reflect with curiosity about their origins, and respond with intention to foster positive change. This 3-step blueprint serves as your guide to cultivating self-awareness, allowing you to navigate your emotions and responses with clarity and purpose. As you practice this process, you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself, which can profoundly enhance your overall well-being. The act of pausing to observe your thoughts is not just a momentary break on the rush of daily life. It's an essential skill that invites you to witness the ebb and flow of your mental landscape. Imagine having the ability to step outside of yourself and observe the reactions you instinctively have in challenging situations. You might realize that certain triggers lead to habitual responses which do not serve you well. This newfound observation creates space between stimulus and reaction, allowing you to question whether your initial response is in alignment with your true values. For example, when someone criticizes you at work, instead of reacting defensively, take a breath and note the feelings that arise. Is it insecurity? Fear of failure? Recognizing these emotions opens a valuable dialogue about their origins and how they influence your actions. Reflecting on the origins of these thoughts adds richness to your journey of self-discovery. Consider how past experiences, societal influences, and even moments from your childhood shape your current beliefs. This reflection deepens your self-awareness and allows you to unearth the narrative threads that have woven themselves into the fabric of your identity. Through this process, you may uncover deeply rooted beliefs that no longer serve you. For example, perhaps you find that your inner critic surfaced during childhood school days, when performance equated to self-worth. Understanding this origin grants context to your present emotional responses, demystifying the power such thoughts wield over you. By shining light on these hidden connections, you develop compassion for yourself and can begin to reshape your internal dialogue. Once you've identified and acknowledged these thoughts, responding with intention becomes the next step. Rather than letting negative thoughts dictate your actions, choose to reframe them constructively. This doesn't mean simply dismissing negative emotions. Instead, acknowledge them and decide how you'd like to respond. If your recurring thought is, "I'm not capable," transform it by saying, "I am learning and growing every day." This shift catalyzes a positive change, inviting your mind to explore possibilities instead of limitations. As you rehearse this exercise of reframing, you strengthen your ability to respond intentionally rather than react impulsively. Engaging in a regular practice of self-awareness can significantly improve your emotional intelligence, which encompasses understanding your emotions and the ability to empathize with others. As your self-awareness blossoms, you're not only more equipped to navigate your inner world, but also to relate to those around you with compassion and empathy. You begin to recognize that others also juggle their internal dialogues and emotions, fostering deeper connections and shared understanding. In this light, self-awareness becomes a twofold tool, enhancing personal growth while enriching your relationships. As you continue cultivating self-awareness, know that you possess the power to shape your narrative actively. This journey is infinitely rewarding, and every step you take toward deeper understanding is a momentous one. The more you practice observing, reflecting, and responding, the more you enhance your capacity for positive change. Ultimately, you are the architect of your thoughts and emotions, designing a path toward a more fulfilled and intentional life. Embrace this journey with an open heart and let your self-awareness illuminate the way forward. Consider the story of Alex, a high school student passionate about music but terrified of performing in front of others. After years of rehearsals in private, he finally accepted an invitation to showcase his talent at a local open mic night. Initially overwhelmed by self-doubt, Alex chose to confront his fears head-on. Instead of focusing on the possibility of failure, he began visualizing himself successfully sharing his music with an appreciative audience. After rehearsing in front of friends, he garnered the encouragement he needed and reinforced his belief that growth comes from facing challenges. On the night of the performance, Alex conquered his anxiety, delivering a heartfelt rendition of his original song. The experience empowered him, illustrating that embracing challenges allows one to flourish and expand their potential. How might you recognize moments in your daily life where your self-awareness can help you better understand your emotional reactions? Reflecting on specific scenarios can reveal patterns in your responses, leading to deeper insights. How might you reframe a recent situation where self-doubt held you back from pursuing an opportunity? Consider how you could replace negative thoughts with empowering affirmations to better embrace challenges and foster personal growth. How might you incorporate a daily practice of self-reflection into your routine? Setting aside a few quiet moments each day to observe your thoughts and feelings can enhance your self-awareness and encourage meaningful change over time. Embracing self-awareness empowers you to rewire your thought patterns, transforming obstacles into stepping stones for growth. As you ignite this passion for understanding yourself, you lay a solid blueprint for meaningful change in your life. In our next chapter, we will dive into breaking free from limiting beliefs, where you'll uncover the beliefs that hold you back and discover strategies to overcome them, allowing you to flourish in ways you once thought impossible. Your journey toward a more empowered version of yourself is just beginning. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, for ongoing insights and inspiration to guide you along the way. Chapter 4. Breaking Free from Limiting Beliefs. Have you ever felt like your dreams are just out of reach, held back by invisible chains? Limiting beliefs can quietly anchor you, keeping your aspirations grounded in doubt rather than soaring with possibility. Understanding and breaking free from these constraints is crucial for transforming your potential and paving the way for success. By shedding these negative beliefs, you allow space for growth, creativity, and the pursuit of your dreams, empowering you to view obstacles as opportunities. This chapter focuses on the process of identifying and dismantling the beliefs that limit your potential. Once you become aware of the mental barriers that you unconsciously uphold, you can rewrite your narrative and renew your relationship with success. Imagine entering a room where your fears reside and having the tools to address them head-on. In doing so, you reclaim your power and shift the perceptions that have kept you stagnant. Research demonstrates that 85% of people struggle with self-limiting beliefs, which can significantly hinder personal and professional growth. The great news is that by recognizing and confronting these beliefs, you can redirect your life's course toward one filled with possibilities and achievements. Take the story of Maya, who always dreamed of launching her own fashion line. Throughout college, she poured her heart into her designs and frequently received enthusiastic praise from peers and professors. Yet as graduation approached, an unsettling belief began to take root. You're not cut out for this industry. Instead of pursuing her passion full steam, Maya hesitated, choosing to settle for a stable corporate job that didn't fulfill her dreams. It wasn't until a close friend encouraged her to attend a local startup pitch event that Maya began to confront her limiting beliefs. By networking with others who had conquered similar doubts, she reclaimed her confidence, eventually founding her fashion line a year later. Maya's journey illustrates how confronting and breaking free from limiting beliefs not only transforms how you see yourself, but also creates a clearer path for your aspirations to flourish. Taking ownership of your beliefs shifts the dynamic between you and your self-image. It's essential to realize that these limiting beliefs are not absolute truths. They are often distortions rooted in fear or past experiences. To facilitate this shift, become curious about where these beliefs originated. Acknowledge moments when your thoughts don't align with your values or aspirations. Envision having a conversation with your younger self, reflecting on how your past experiences shaped your current mindset, but also encouraging forgiveness and acceptance. Allow your past to inform you but not define you. Challenge the notion that failure equates to inadequacy. Instead, view it as a stepping stone on your path to success. As you break free from limiting beliefs, replace them with empowering affirmations that resonate with your newfound passion. Understand that dismantling these barriers is a process. It doesn't happen instantaneously. However, as you practice identifying and reframing these beliefs, you cultivate a powerful mindset rooted in possibility and empowerment. The freedom to pursue your dreams is ultimately yours. Committing to this journey of breaking free from limiting beliefs solidifies your belief in yourself and propels you toward an expansive future filled with potential. Embrace this opportunity to reshape your destiny and take the first step toward a life where your dreams are not just within reach, but fully realized. Identify your limiting beliefs, challenge their validity, and replace them with empowering affirmations. This 3-step blueprint can guide you as you work to dismantle the mental barriers that have held you back for too long. By actively engaging in this process, you can transform the way you think, opening your mind to new possibilities that were once masked by doubt and insecurity. The first step is recognizing the limiting beliefs that quietly infiltrate your thoughts. Consider the thoughts that often cross your mind when approaching new opportunities. Are you filled with anticipation and excitement, or do feelings of self-doubt creep in? For instance, when considering a new job or project, you might hear an inner voice saying, "I can't handle that responsibility." Acknowledging these thoughts is crucial, as it allows you to confront them directly instead of letting them dictate your reactions and decisions. Take a moment to jot down your limiting beliefs. Seeing them physically can break the illusion of their power. Once written, you're not just thinking about them, you're confronting them head-on. Following identification, challenging the validity of these beliefs is the next essential step. Ask yourself where these perceptions originated and whether they are based in fact or fear. You might find that some beliefs are remnants of past experiences that no longer apply to your life. Perhaps your inner critic is parading around in the guise of caution, whispering messages that are more harmful than helpful. Reflect on moments that contradict these beliefs. Did you ever take on a project you thought you weren't qualified for and succeed? Remind yourself of victories, both big and small, that counter those limiting narratives. As you build a list of these successes, you fuel your determination to overcome the inertia caused by fear. Finally, the most empowering step: replacing those limiting thoughts with affirmations that inject positivity into your perspective. Create positive, actionable statements that resonate genuinely with your aspirations. Instead of "I can't do this," rephrase it into "I am learning and growing every day." Write these affirmations out on sticky notes and place them where you will see them regularly, like your bathroom mirror or on your desk. The act of reciting affirmations infuses your mind with optimism, reinforcing the idea that you are capable and deserving of success. Throughout this transformative journey, remember that persistence is key. Dismantling limiting beliefs is not a one-time practice. It necessitates regular revisiting and nurturing. Whenever self-doubt creeps back in, return to your identifiers, challenge them, and affirm your new belief systems. And as you embark on this transformative path, take time to celebrate your successes. Acknowledging every small win bolsters your motivation and encourages a deeper commitment to personal growth. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is a powerful and freeing journey, akin to shedding a heavy cloak that has constrained you for far too long. The empowerment you feel when you begin to reframe your self-talk will transform not just your outlook, but your relationships, your challenges, and ultimately, your entire life. This empowering change creates a ripple effect, pushing you toward embracing new possibilities. With every belief you challenge and every affirmation you adopt, you forge a brighter path for yourself that is rich with potential and opportunity. Today marks the start of a fulfilling journey toward the person you are truly meant to be. Trust in this process. Every step is a building block in creating the life you've envisioned. Consider Sarah, a dedicated office administrator who dreamed of becoming a software developer. Despite her background in administrative tasks, she faced the limiting belief that she was too old to shift careers and that she lacked the necessary technical skills. Rather than succumbing to self-doubt, Sarah decided to confront these beliefs head-on. She enrolled in an online coding bootcamp, committing to learning every evening after work. Each challenging concept made her nervous, but she reframed her fear as a chance to grow. With persistence, Sarah began to master programming languages. Ultimately, her hard work paid off when she landed an internship at a tech company. This experience exemplifies how embracing a growth mindset can lead to incredible personal transformation and new opportunities. How might you identify a limiting belief that has held you back from pursuing a goal or aspiration in your life? Reflecting on this can help illuminate patterns that you may want to address. How might you challenge the validity of a specific fear or doubt that arises when contemplating a new opportunity? Consider how reframing these thoughts can empower you to take action instead of retreating into inaction. How might you create a set of positive affirmations that speak to your strengths and potential? Crafting these statements can serve as a daily reminder that you have the capability to break free from limitations and pursue your dreams with confidence. Breaking free from limiting beliefs allows you to rewire your mindset, igniting your journey toward personal and professional fulfillment. As you embrace this transformative process, you're equipping yourself with the tools to cultivate a life unbound by fear. In the next chapter, we'll dive into embracing new thought habits, where you'll discover practical strategies for creating lasting change in how you think and act. This is your opportunity to build a strong foundation for success, one thought at a time. For deeper insights and ongoing inspiration, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, and continue your empowering journey with us. Chapter 5. Rewiring your thought patterns. What if your mind had the power to reshape your reality with every thought you entertain? The incredible truth is that your thoughts can indeed rewire your brain, catalyzing transformative change in your life. Rewiring your thought patterns is an essential step in breaking free from the limitations that have held you back for too long. By consciously shifting negative thought processes into positive frameworks, you create a more empowering mental landscape that encourages growth, resilience, and optimism. This chapter will guide you through techniques to alter your cognitive patterns, enabling you to harness the full potential of your mind. As you embark on this journey to rewire your thoughts, it's crucial to understand that our brains are malleable. This property, known as neuroplasticity, suggests that with deliberate practice, we can reshape our neural pathways to support more empowering beliefs and habits. Research indicates that positive thinking can reduce stress, enhance performance, and improve overall well-being by creating new connections in our brain. Imagine your mind as a garden. By uprooting the weeds of self-doubt and planting seeds of encouragement and positivity, you can cultivate a thriving environment. The thoughts you nurture today will become the beliefs that propel you forward tomorrow. Let's explore a relatable story. Meet James, a graphic designer who often found himself plagued by negative self-talk. Whenever he submitted a project, a voice in his head would say, "It's not good enough. Everyone will criticize it." These thoughts compromised his confidence and creativity, stifling his ability to produce his best work. After recognizing the detrimental effects of this mindset, James decided to take action. He began implementing daily affirmations, declaring statements like, "I am a talented designer, and my ideas have value." Additionally, James adopted a practice of visualization. Before presenting his designs, he would picture himself confidently sharing his work and receiving positive feedback. As he committed to these practices, he noticed a significant shift in his self-perception. Not only did his confidence grow, but his creativity flourished as well, further validating his potential. James' journey emphasizes that transforming your thought patterns can open doors to previously unimagined possibilities. Rewiring your thought patterns requires both intentionality and consistency. A major component involves identifying negative thoughts that surface in your daily life and reframing them into constructive alternatives. Whenever self-doubt arises, pause for a moment and ask yourself, "Is this thought serving me?" By consciously addressing these negative thoughts, you empower yourself to challenge their validity and replace them with positive reframes. For instance, trade "I'll never succeed" for "I will learn from every experience, guiding me closer to my goals." Each time you make this choice, you are essentially firing and wiring new synapses in your brain towards a healthier, more optimistic dialogue. Engaging in mindfulness practices can further deepen your rewiring journey. By cultivating a moments of present awareness, you can observe your thoughts without judgment. This neutrality helps detach your sense of self from negative thinking. Embrace meditation, journaling, or even deep breathing exercises that encourage insight and reflection. When you learn to observe your thoughts as transient and not absolute truths, you gradually weaken their hold over you. In this way, you become the conscious creator of your mental landscape, designing it to reflect your aspirations rather than fears. As you embark on the empowering journey of rewiring your thought patterns, remember that lasting change is a gradual process that blossoms over time. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to shift your thoughts. With each small victory, you reinforce a new foundation, ultimately allowing you to live with greater freedom, creativity, and fulfillment. Embrace this transformative power and watch as your world begins to shift in beautiful ways. Recognize your negative thought patterns, challenge their validity, and consciously reframe them with positive affirmations. This three-step blueprint serves as your guide to actively reshape the way you think, promoting a shift toward a more empowering mindset. By implementing these steps consistently, you will cultivate the resilience needed to break away from harmful thought cycles and embrace a more positive and confident version of yourself. The journey of rewiring your thoughts can feel daunting, but it is important to remember that transformation begins with small, intentional actions. Start by recognizing negative thought patterns as they arise throughout your day. For instance, pay attention to the moments when you may feel overwhelmed or insecure. This simple act of acknowledgement puts you in a position of awareness, allowing you to gain control over your responses to those thoughts. When you notice a negative thought, take a breath and remind yourself that these are not absolute truths, but mere reflections of fear or past experiences. This initial recognition paves the way for greater clarity and understanding. After acknowledging the negative thoughts, the next step entails challenging their validity. Assess the evidence that these thoughts are based upon. Ask yourself questions like, what previous experiences led me to believe this? Or, is there another way to view this situation? You may discover that the beliefs you've held for years were fueled by external validation or outdated perceptions, rather than realistic assessments of your abilities or potential. This process empowers you to reclaim your narrative and confront the misconceptions that have limited your growth. As you challenge these thoughts, be gentle with yourself. Every piece of self-discovery is a chance for growth. Once you've interrogated the validity of those thoughts, it's time to consciously reframe them. This step can be especially rewarding as you begin to practice replacing negativity with positivity. Craft affirmations that resonate with the reality you wish to create. Remind yourself of your strengths, aspirations, and capabilities. For example, when the inner critic tries to tell you, you're unqualified for this job, counter it with, I am continually learning and growing, and I have valuable skills to offer. Writing down your affirmations or displaying them in visible places can reinforce this shift, gradually replacing self-doubt with a confident mindset. Additionally, integrating mindfulness techniques into your daily routine can enhance your ability to rewire your thoughts. Simple practices like meditation or mindful breathing can help anchor you in the present, providing mental clarity amidst the chaos of negative thoughts. Take a few moments each day to sit in quiet reflection, focusing on your breath and welcoming your thoughts as they come. Acknowledge any negativity that arises without judgment, then gently redirect your intention back to your affirmations or your breath. This practice cultivates mental flexibility, making it easier to respond positively to challenging situations. As you engage in this transformative work, remember that progress sometimes comes in waves, and setbacks are part of the journey. Embrace the process and celebrate each small victory along the way. By consistently recognizing, challenging, and reframing your thoughts, you will create a neural network that supports a growth-focused mindset. Each time you experience a negative thought and consciously reframe it, you reinforce the habit of positive thinking and carve a path toward success. Ultimately, rewiring your thought patterns is a deeply empowering journey that equips you to navigate life with resilience and purpose. Trust in your ability to shape your mindset into one that nurtures hope and possibility. As you immerse yourself in this practice, allow the beauty of your transformed mindset to illuminate your path, guiding you toward a future rich with opportunity and fulfillment. You are capable of profound change, and with each conscious thought, you move closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. Consider the story of Mia, a once struggling college student who feared failure in her biology classes. Confronted with a particularly challenging subject, she realized her earlier beliefs centered on perfectionism and the fear of disappointing others were holding her back. Instead of succumbing to anxiety, Mia chose to embrace a growth mindset. She began attending study groups, seeking help from her professors, and utilizing online resources to enhance her understanding. Each time she faced a difficult concept, she reminded herself that struggle was part of the learning process. With perseverance, Mia not only improved her grades, but eventually received a scholarship for her outstanding performance. This transformation exemplifies how adopting a growth mindset can turn fears into opportunities for success. How might you identify a specific area in your life where negative thought patterns have held you back from achieving your goals? Reflecting on this can help pinpoint the beliefs you may wish to challenge. How might you actively practice reframing a negative thought into a positive affirmation this week? Consider how you can articulate this affirmation in a way that resonates deeply with your aspirations and strengths. How might you incorporate mindfulness techniques into your daily routine to support your journey of rewiring your thought patterns? Think about simple practices you can adopt that will help you cultivate greater self-awareness and emotional resilience. Rewiring your thought patterns enables you to ignite your potential, crafting a powerful blueprint for personal transformation. As you embark on this journey of reshaping your mindset, remember that each step you take toward positivity amplifies your capacity for growth and fulfillment. In the next chapter, we will explore cultivating a positive mindset, where you will uncover strategies to foster an environment of optimism and resilience in your life. This is an essential next step in your exciting journey towards self-empowerment. For more insights and empowering techniques, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, and continue discovering the limitless possibilities that await you. Chapter 6. Cultivating a Positive Mindset. Have you ever noticed how a shift in perspective can completely change your experience of a situation? Cultivating a positive mindset is more than just thinking happy thoughts. It's about actively nurturing an outlook that enhances your ability to flourish and adapt in a rapidly changing world. This chapter will explore how fostering positivity can transform your life by reshaping how you approach challenges and opportunities. By embedding a positive mindset deep within your daily routine, you set the stage for greater resilience and fulfillment in all aspects of your life. A positive mindset acts as a powerful catalyst for change, enabling you to see beyond the immediate obstacles in your path. Research shows that people with an optimistic outlook not only experience lower stress levels, but also enjoy better physical and mental health. This connection highlights the tangible benefits of nurturing positivity. It's like feeding your mind a steady diet of encouragement and strength. Picture your mind as a garden. By consciously cultivating positive thoughts, you create fertile ground for personal growth. Each seed you plant thrives in an environment where hope, focus, and perseverance are nurtured, resulting in a beautiful and diverse landscape of opportunity. Consider the inspiring story of Thomas, who faced personal and professional hardships when he lost his job unexpectedly. Initially engulfed in despair, he struggled to see beyond the immediate setbacks that left him feeling lost and uncertain about his future. However, one day, while reading a book on positivity, he came across a passage that struck him deeply. Your circumstances don't define you. Rather, your mindset shapes how you respond to them. This simple truth ignited a spark in Thomas, prompting him to shift his focus from what he had lost to the possibilities that lay ahead. He began to develop a routine rooted in positivity. Each morning, Thomas listed 3 things he was grateful for, which helped him recognize the silver linings within each aspect of his life. Gradually, his outlook shifted from one of defeat to one of hope and determination, opening doors to new opportunities. Eventually, he started his own consulting business, helping others navigate their career transitions with the wisdom he had gained. Cultivating a positive mindset involves being intentional about the thoughts you choose to nurture. Start by thoughtfully curating the information you consume, whether it's books, podcasts, or conversations. Surround yourself with influences that inspire and uplift you, allowing them to feed your positivity. Engage in daily practices that promote gratitude and reflection. Consider keeping a journal or sharing affirmations with loved ones. By actively engaging with positivity, you plant the seeds needed to fortify your mindset, making it easier to thrive amid life's challenges. As you cultivate this positive approach, remember that maintaining it requires ongoing effort and dedication. It's a dynamic process that requires you to revisit your mindset regularly, nurturing it much like you would care for a plant. Embrace the reality that feelings of negativity may surface occasionally. The key is to recognize them without judgment and gently steer your thoughts back toward positivity. Ultimately, by continuously working on this mindset, you transform not only how you perceive the world around you, but also how you engage with it. Each day offers a new opportunity to embrace positivity, allowing you to emerge resilient and empowered. As you tend to this garden of positivity within yourself, you open the door to extraordinary possibilities that reflect your true potential. Embrace gratitude daily, surround yourself with positivity, and cultivate a practice of self-compassion. This 3-step blueprint will guide you in building a resilient mindset that not only welcomes positivity, but also empowers you to thrive in any situation. By integrating these practices into your daily routine, you will foster an environment where optimism can flourish, ultimately transforming the way you experience life's challenges. Fostering gratitude is an essential cornerstone of a positive mindset. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the aspects of your life for which you feel thankful, perhaps in a journal or during a quiet morning ritual. This practice shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, training your brain to recognize the abundance around you. Research reveals that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience heightened emotional well-being and lower levels of depression. By making gratitude a habit, you not only appreciate the good in your life, but you also build a mental resilience that allows you to navigate adversity with grace. Consider the story of Lisa, who struggled with negative thoughts after relocating to a new city. At first, she felt overwhelmed and isolated, missing the familiar faces and comforts of her previous home. Realizing the toll negativity was taking on her mental health, Lisa decided to intentionally cultivate gratitude. Each evening, she made it a point to write down 3 new things she was grateful for that day. Whether it was a chat with a friendly neighbor, a beautiful sunset, or simply a warm cup of tea. As she started doing this, Lisa's perspective began to shift. Her gratitude practice opened her eyes to the small joys around her. This change not only brightened her mood, but also encouraged her to engage with her community, ultimately forming meaningful connections that helped her feel more at home. Surrounding yourself with positivity is equally crucial in cultivating an optimistic mindset. Be intentional about the influences you allow into your life. This includes the media you consume, the conversations you engage in, and even the people you choose to spend your time with. Seek out uplifting content, whether it be motivational books, enriching podcasts, or inspiring conversations with people who lift you up. This practice creates a buffering effect against negativity, reinforcing an atmosphere of hope and possibility. As you work to build this positive environment, imagine how it would feel to be surrounded by people who share your values and aspirations. Think about Ryan, who after starting his new position at work, found himself in a negative atmosphere where colleagues frequently complained and criticized. To shift his perspective, Ryan began actively seeking out like-minded individuals within his organization, nurturing connections with those who demonstrated a positive outlook. By engaging with peppy coworkers, attending uplifting workshops, and incorporating humor and encouragement into his interactions, he created a supportive network that propelled him forward in his career. This positive reinforcement led to increased motivation and stronger productivity as he thrived in an environment where potential was celebrated. The final step in nurturing a positive mindset is to cultivate self-compassion. Recognize that everyone has moments of doubt and struggle. Allowing yourself to feel these emotions without judgment is vital for emotional health. Treat yourself as you would treat a friend. Employ encouraging self-talk and be gentle with yourself during challenging times. This kind of compassion serves as a powerful anchor as you face life's ups and downs, helping you to bounce back more swiftly from setbacks. As you embark on this transformative journey to cultivate a positive mindset, remember that change is a gradual process. The more effort you put into embracing gratitude, surrounding yourself with positivity, and practicing self-compassion, the more resilient you become. This is your opportunity to create a mental environment that nurtures growth and flourishes with possibility. Allow these practices to infuse your life and watch as they ignite profound changes in your outlook and experiences, leading you toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Consider the journey of Elena, a passionate amateur painter who was hesitant to showcase her work. She often believed that her skills were not good enough and that criticism would be too painful to bear. However, determined to cultivate a growth mindset, Elena decided to take a local art class to improve her techniques. Throughout the class, she embraced feedback from her instructor and peers, viewing it as a valuable tool for growth rather than a personal attack. Each brushstroke was an opportunity to learn. Finally, she participated in a community exhibition. Instead of fear, she felt excitement as her artwork was displayed. Elena's willingness to challenge her limiting beliefs transformed her passion into a thriving journey of creativity and confidence. How might you identify a skill or passion you've hesitated to pursue due to fear of judgment or self-doubt? Reflecting on this can help uncover opportunities for growth that you may have overlooked. How might you seek constructive feedback in an area where you wish to improve? Consider how embracing input from trusted sources can enhance your skills and boost your confidence in your abilities. How might you integrate small challenges into your daily routine to cultivate a growth mindset? Think about simple steps you can take that push your comfort zone without overwhelming you, allowing you to embrace learning in a manageable way. Cultivating a positive mindset empowers you to rewire your thinking, igniting new possibilities for growth and fulfillment in your life. As you embrace this shift in perspective, remember that each small step you take can create lasting change. In the next chapter, we will explore embracing new thought habits, where you will discover practical strategies to integrate these positive mindsets into your daily routine, ensuring they become an enduring part of your blueprint for success. For continuous insights and motivation to support your journey, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, and stay connected as we navigate this transformative path together. Chapter 7. Embracing New Thought Habits. What if the thoughts you entertain daily could shape not only your reality but also your future? Embracing new thought habits is essential for fostering a mind that supports growth, resilience, and success. When we consciously choose to adopt positive and constructive thinking patterns, we begin to shift our perspective on possibilities, propelling ourselves toward the life we aspire to lead. This chapter will illuminate the power of habit formation as it relates to our thought processes, emphasizing the profound effects that intentional thinking can have on our daily experiences. Integrating positive thought habits into your life is a compelling way to enhance your overall well-being. Research shows that the brain is remarkably adaptive. The neural pathways that contribute to our thinking can change based on our conscious choices over time. Each time you replace a negative thought with a positive one, you reinforce a new pathway, gradually making optimism your default position. Visualize your brain as a vast network of roads. Every time you travel a certain path of positive thinking, you widen that road and make it easier to traverse. With consistent effort, these pathways become highways of positive affirmations that empower you during times of trial and challenge. Let's reflect on the journey of Alex, a workplace manager known for his deep-seated pessimism about team projects. He'd often voice concerns about failure during brainstorming sessions, which demoralized his colleagues and hindered their creativity. However, he eventually realized that his mindset was impacting not only his work performance, but also the spirit of his team. A friend introduced him to the idea of consciously adopting positive thought habits. Inspired, Alex decided to experiment with this concept by reframing his negative narratives during team meetings. Instead of focusing on the potential obstacles, he began to steer conversations toward collective strengths and possibilities. The first significant moment of change came when he emphasized a past project that thrived despite initial setbacks, shifting the team's outlook from fear to hope. With each meeting, Alex's positive reframing began to uplift the atmosphere, fostering collaboration and innovation among his colleagues. This transformation not only improved team dynamics, but also permeated all aspects of his professional life. Alex's story illustrates that embracing new thought habits can ripple through relationships, environments, and even personal fulfillment. To effectively cultivate these new thought habits, first, you can start by identifying the negative thoughts that frequently arise in your daily life. Take a moment to reflect on recurring thoughts that sabotage your self-confidence and limit your potential. By recognizing these thoughts and labeling them, you create an opportunity for intentional change. Next, challenge these beliefs by asking your inner dialogue a simple yet enlightening question. What evidence supports this thought? Often, you'll discover that many negative thoughts are rooted in fears or past experiences, rather than objective truths. Once you've identified and challenged these thoughts, it's time to develop empowering replacements. Craft declarations and affirmations that inspire you and encapsulate the mindset you want to embrace. For example, if your thought is, "I can't speak in public," reframe it to, "I am capable and prepared to share my ideas confidently." Having these strong, positive affirmations ready for when negativity surfaces can be invaluable. In nourishing these constructive habits, a gentle reminder encourages patience. Change requires practice and consistency. Celebrate the progress you make, no matter how small. Every shift in thinking is valuable and contributes to your journey toward a more empowering mindset. With intention and effort, you can embrace thought habits that allow you to see the good in every situation, inspiring growth and inviting a tapestry of possibilities into your life. Recognize negative thought habits, replace them with positive affirmations, and practice daily reflection. This three-step blueprint serves as a practical framework to help you actively cultivate constructive thought patterns that can significantly enhance your outlook and overall life experience. By committing to these fundamental steps, you'll set the groundwork for a more resilient and optimistic mindset, enabling you to navigate challenges with greater ease and confidence. To fully realize the impact of embracing new thought habits, it's essential to understand the role of consistency in this process. Integrating positive affirmations into your routine assists in reinforcing the new pathways you're establishing. Begin by choosing a serene moment in your day, perhaps with your morning coffee or during your evening wind down. Dedicate this time to reciting your crafted affirmations. Speak them aloud or write them down, giving them presence and momentum in your mind. This simple yet powerful act amplifies their significance, embedding these positive concepts deeply within your consciousness. When you consistently input positivity into your life, you gradually train your mind to adopt this nurturing language as its primary means of expression. Consider the journey of Sophia, a talented graphic designer who had been struggling to break free from her overly harsh inner critic. For years, she focused on perceived mistakes rather than celebrating her accomplishments. Frustrated with the negativity that stifled her creativity, she sought out tools to foster a more positive approach. Inspired by her desire for change, Sophia crafted a series of affirmations that spoke directly to her challenges. "My creativity is valuable, and I embrace the process of learning." Committing to these phrases, she recited them daily as part of her morning routine. While the first few days felt awkward, Sophia noticed a gradual shift occurring within her. Reflecting on her progress, she remarked, "I now approach my projects not with fear of failure, but with excitement about my growth potential." Sophia's experience highlights the transformative power of consistently practicing new thought habits. As time passed, she developed a deeper sense of trust in her abilities, resulting in bolder creative decisions in her work, which ultimately enhanced her professional satisfaction. Not only did this foster a more positive environment for her creativity, but it also encouraged her to explore new opportunities, such as exhibiting her art in local galleries. As Sophia cultivated her new affirmations, she allowed the space for joy and self-acknowledgement to flourish within her craft. Along with daily affirmations, integrating practices of reflection will further support the invaluable growth that comes from embracing new thought habits. Each week, carve out time to evaluate your progress and examine the effect of positive thinking. Keep a thought journal dedicated solely to this exploration. Note fluctuations in your mood, achievements, and breakthroughs over time. This reflection fosters gratitude for how far you've come and illuminates patterns that may need adjustments. Each entry becomes a source of encouragement, creating a tangible timeline of your growth journey. Additionally, engage with supportive individuals who lift you and encourage positive thinking in your context. Surrounding yourself with uplifting relationships forms a community that reinforces your desire for growth. Discuss your experiences, share affirmations, and celebrate successes together. This encouragement creates an environment of shared positivity and helps sustain your journey. As you delve deeper into nurturing these new thought habits, remember that progress is gradual and deserves recognition at every turn. Celebrate the small wins and understand that moments of doubt may still arise. Through consistent practice and conscious exchanges with your inner self, you are paving the way for a brighter future filled with possibility. Embrace this empowering journey and allow your new mindset to flourish, unveiling the incredible potential that awaits you on the horizon. Meet Carlos, a young entrepreneur who launched his first startup with high hopes but faced numerous setbacks. Early on, he struggled to secure funding, and competitors seemed to have the upper hand. Instead of letting frustration take over, Carlos embraced a growth mindset. He viewed each rejection as a learning opportunity, refining his business model and seeking feedback from mentors. By attending networking events and workshops, he gathered insights that helped him improve his pitch and strengthen his business plan. With renewed determination, Carlos applied what he learned and secured funding within 6 months. His journey illustrates how a growth mindset transforms challenges into stepping stones, empowering individuals to turn setbacks into remarkable successes. How might you identify a recent setback or challenge in your life and reflect on what lessons it could teach you moving forward? Analyzing how you responded can uncover growth opportunities hidden within adversity. How might you transform a current fear or self-doubt into a meaningful affirmation that empowers you to take action? Consider how reframing negative thoughts can help shift your perspective and build your confidence. How might you create a plan to continuously seek feedback and mentorship in your personal or professional life? Engaging with others who can offer insights will reinforce your growth mindset and deepen your resilience as you navigate new challenges. Embracing new thought habits empowers you to rewire your mind, igniting a transformation that paves the way for a more fulfilling life. As you integrate positivity into your daily routine, you create a powerful blueprint for resilience and growth. In the next chapter, we'll explore overcoming setbacks and doubts, where you will learn how to navigate challenges with courage and confidence, turning obstacles into opportunities for success. This journey is just beginning, and I invite you to take each step with intention. For ongoing support and inspiration, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, and continue unlocking your potential as we venture forward together. Chapter 8. Overcoming Setbacks and Doubts. Have you ever felt like your dreams are just out of reach, dragged down by the weight of self-doubt or a setback? The reality is, everyone faces obstacles, but how you respond to these challenges defines your journey towards success. Overcoming setbacks and doubts is not merely about finding a way to push through. It involves embracing each hurdle as an opportunity for growth and learning. By reframing your perception of setbacks, you can transform them into powerful catalysts that propel you forward rather than hold you back. Recognizing that setbacks are part of the path to success can shift your mindset dramatically. Embracing this truth empowers you to rise above discouragement and stay focused on your goals. Research supports this perspective, indicating that individuals who perceive setbacks as learning opportunities exhibit greater resilience and higher overall success rates. Such awareness encourages you to change your narrative from "why did this happen to me?" to "what can I learn from this experience?" Instead of perceiving setbacks as harmful events, venture into the perspective that they offer valuable lessons and insights, allowing you to approach challenges with renewed vigor and wisdom. Let's consider the experience of Julia, an aspiring author who faced repeated rejection from publishing houses. After having spent years honing her craft, only to receive a slew of form letters thanking her for her submission, but ultimately declining, Julia found herself on the brink of quitting. However, after some soul-searching, she decided to reframe her perspective on these setbacks. She began viewing each rejection letter as an indication that she was stepping outside her comfort zone and making bold attempts. Julia chose to take constructive criticism seriously, seeking feedback from beta readers and peers. With every round of rejection, she refined her writing and explored new genres. This bold renaissance of her work, enabling her to assess her goals through positivity and relativity, ultimately led to her securing a publishing deal. Julia exemplifies the transformative power of reframing setbacks as stepping stones rather than insurmountable walls, allowing her to persevere and ultimately succeed. As you navigate through challenges and echoes of self-doubt, it's essential to establish a toolkit that aids in overcoming obstacles. Start by identifying the specific doubts and fears that weigh heavily on your mind. Acknowledge them and remind yourself that these feelings are part of the human experience, but do not define who you are or your capabilities. Crafting affirmations that counter these feelings can serve as the scaffolding for your resilience. Instead of falling victim to thinking like, "I'm not good enough," confront this damaging narrative with empowering affirmations that state, "I have the skills and determination to get through this challenge." Equipping yourself with coping strategies to manage setbacks is vital. Consider adopting methods that resonate with you on a personal level, such as journaling to clarify your thoughts, talking with trusted friends who encourage and support your growth, or practicing mindfulness techniques to maintain emotional balance amid turmoil. These practices will enhance self-compassion and cultivate resilience, that's fundamental to overcoming life's inevitable hurdles. It's essential to embrace the notion that setbacks are not merely roadblocks, but opportunities that bless us with strength and insight. Instead of viewing adversity as a failure, recognize it as an opportunity for profound growth. Reframing your thoughts can illuminate your path toward renewed empowerment, changing how you respond to challenges with confidence and grace. Embrace the setbacks. They are simply chapters in the story of your life, painting a more brilliant and dynamic narrative. By seizing these moments to reassess your approach and bounce back stronger, you embody the true spirit of resilience, which leads to personal fulfillment and success. Acknowledge setbacks, reframe your perspective, and take actionable steps forward. This 3-step blueprint equips you with the mindset and tools needed to navigate challenges effectively and harness the power of adversity for growth. By consciously recognizing the learning opportunities within your setbacks, reframing your thoughts around them, and taking decisive action, you set yourself on a path to resilience and empowerment. To implement this blueprint, start with acknowledging your setbacks without judgment. When faced with adversity, it's common to experience a wave of negative emotions, frustration, disappointment, or even a sense of failure. Rather than allowing these feelings to overwhelm you, take a moment to sit with them and understand the broader picture. Acknowledge the setback, but don't let it define you. This initial acceptance opens the door to self-compassion, which is crucial for moving forward. It allows you to embrace the experience as part of your journey without lingering in the shadows of self-doubt. Following acknowledgement, it's vital to reframe your perspective on the setback. Reflect on the specific lessons it offers. For instance, if a recent project you undertook at work didn't go as planned, instead of labeling it a failure, consider the insights you've gained about workflow, communication, or your approach to the task. What could you do differently next time? How can you shift your strategy to improve your results? This reconceptualization transforms the feeling of defeat into a fountain of knowledge. The ability to learn from circumstances affects how you respond to future challenges and encourages resilience. Take the story of Ethan, who unexpectedly lost his job after years of dedicated work. Initial feelings of panic and despair consumed him. However, he decided to embrace the moment as an opportunity for growth. By acknowledging his emotions instead of suppressing them, Ethan gave himself the grace to feel vulnerable. But rather than dwelling on that loss, he began to ask himself what this situation taught him. He realized he had often relied too heavily on one company rather than diversifying his skills. Reframing the narrative, he saw the loss as a chance to pivot his career. By enrolling in online courses to enhance his skill set and reconnecting with his professional network, Ethan ignited a newfound sense of purpose and gradually found an even better job opportunity. His experience emphasizes that setbacks, when reframed positively, are often the hidden pathway to new horizons. As you cultivate the habit of embracing setbacks, taking actionable steps becomes essential. Map out a plan that outlines how you will move forward despite the challenges you face. Identify specific, realistic goals based on your reflections and lessons learned. This gives you a sense of direction and purpose, transforming feelings of helplessness into proactive strides toward success. Whether networking with industry professionals, seeking mentorship, or enhancing your skill set, diving into progress can combat the inertia that can often accompany setbacks. Remember that the road to resilience is not always linear. It has its ebbs and flows. Celebrate the small victories along the way, acknowledging every step that brings you closer to your goals. By understanding that setbacks are simply part of your narrative, not definitions of who you are, you empower yourself to rise beyond them. Approach each challenge with curiosity, knowing that every experience is an essential thread woven into the fabric of your personal growth. Embracing this journey ultimately leads to an enriched understanding of your capacities, aspirations, and the steps needed to reach your fullest potential. As you embark on this path of renewal, let resilience become a hallmark of your character, guiding you through life's unpredictable turns with grace and tenacity. Consider the journey of Liam, a dedicated high school basketball player who dreamed of earning a scholarship to play in college. Despite his passion, he faced a significant setback when he injured his ankle just before the championship game. Instead of succumbing to despair, Liam embraced a growth mindset. While recovering, he devoted time to studying basketball strategies and improving his conditioning, working with coaches to enhance his skills. He attended every practice, cheering on his teammates and analyzing their plays from the sidelines. When he returned to the court, he was not only physically prepared, but mentally sharper. This perseverance and adaptability paid off. Liam earned his scholarship, showcasing that setbacks can serve as stepping stones to greater achievements. How might you identify a recent setback and explore the lessons it has taught you? Taking time to reflect on this can help you uncover valuable insights that can guide your future actions. How might you reframe a current challenge into an opportunity for growth? Consider how shifting your perspective can empower you to approach the situation with renewed motivation and clarity. How might you create a plan to take proactive steps after experiencing a setback? A concrete plan can help you channel your experiences into meaningful actions that drive you forward and support your personal development journey. Overcoming setbacks and doubts provides an opportunity to rewire your mindset, igniting resilience and fortifying your path to success. As you embrace the lessons that come from challenges, remember that each step will help you build a stronger foundation for your aspirations. In the next chapter, we'll delve into sustaining a clean mindset, where you'll discover practical strategies for maintaining your newfound positive outlook and ensuring lasting change. This is an essential phase in your growth journey, and I encourage you to carry the lessons learned into the future actively. For continuous support and inspiration, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, and stay connected as you embark on this transformative journey. Chapter 9. Sustaining a clean mindset. What if maintaining a clear and positive mindset is the secret ingredient to achieving lasting success? Your journey of transformation doesn't end with acquiring new thought habits and overcoming doubts. It continues as you actively nurture the mindset that will guide you through life's ups and downs. Sustaining a clean mindset is essential for integrating everything you've learned, allowing you to remain steadfast on your path while nurturing optimism and resilience. When you dedicate yourself to preserving this mental clarity, you are not only enhancing your personal growth, but also creating a solid foundation from which to tackle future challenges. The beauty of sustaining a clean mindset lies in its power to keep you focused on possibilities instead of barriers. Research indicates that individuals who practice consistent mindfulness and positive thinking experience greater life satisfaction and improved emotional health. Engaging in regular self-reflection and mindfulness helps combat negativity and fortifies your sense of purpose and direction, ensuring you cultivate a mindset that continues to inspire progress. Imagine treating your mind like a well-tended garden, where you diligently pull weeds of doubt while nurturing the vibrant flowers of positivity. This commitment creates a space where growth is not only possible, but inevitable. Consider the story of Nadia, an athletic coach who had recently dived into the world of competitive sports after years of working in corporate training. As she embraced her passion, she quickly encountered significant setbacks, both in performance and self-belief. Initially, doubts crept in every time she faced a loss or received critical feedback from her peers. However, determined to sustain her momentum, Nadia embraced tools that supported her clean mindset. She practiced daily affirmations, identifying and affirming her core strengths, and began meditating as a means to center herself before competitions. With each practice session, she refined her ability to remain positive and proactive despite challenges. This approach transformed her approach to coaching and competition, fostering a community atmosphere that encouraged growth for both herself and her athletes. Nadia's ability to sustain a clean mindset showcases how embracing self-care and positive habits can lead to personal and professional fulfillment. To maintain a clean mindset consistently, creating rituals that cultivate positivity is essential. Designate specific times in your day for practices that reinforce positive thinking. These could include morning gratitude, evening reflections, or even mini meditations during breaks. Hold yourself accountable and treat these rituals as non-negotiable components of your routine. Integrating physical activities, hobbies, or even quiet moments in nature can also invigorate your mindset, linking emotional wellness with physical vitality. Moreover, establish a support network of individuals who uplift and inspire you. Engaging with a community that promotes positivity fosters shared growth and accountability. These connections cultivate an ongoing source of encouragement, helping you remain steadfast in your commitment to nurturing a clean mindset. Sharing your challenges and victories allows for deeper connections with others who are equally dedicated to their journeys. As you embark on this path to sustain a clean mindset, anticipate that moments of doubt or negativity might still arise. Embrace the complexities of your journey, understanding that these temporary lapses do not define your character or future. When you learn to observe these moments without judgment, you can redirect your energy toward nurturing empowerment rather than being dragged down by discouragement. Ultimately, sustaining a clean mindset is about committing to the ongoing process of growth, reflection, and connection. Your thoughts matter, shaping your reality and experiences. With each practice, you harness the inherent power within you, paving the way for resilience and a future bursting with possibilities. Embrace this journey and allow your clean mindset to lead you to extraordinary achievements and personal fulfillment. Reinforce positive thinking, engage in consistent self-reflection, and cultivate supportive connections. This three-step blueprint serves as a practical roadmap for maintaining a clean mindset, enabling you to nurture positivity and resilience as part of your daily life. By committing to these steps, you solidify the foundation on which your growth can continue to flourish, ensuring that challenges become manageable instead of overwhelming. The power of reinforcing positive thinking lies in its ability to change your internal dialogue and reshape your experiences. Begin each day by affirming your commitment to a positive mindset. Create a list of affirmations tailored to your unique aspirations and challenges. Speak these affirmations aloud, or write them down in a journal where you can revisit them whenever self-doubt surfaces. The act of declaring your strengths and potential can be transformative. This repetition rewires your brain to recognize the power of optimistic thinking. By fostering a positive mindset, you'll gradually diminish the cognitive biases that focus on limitations, allowing your thoughts to gravitate toward possibilities. Engaging in consistent self-reflection is equally crucial in this process. Take time each week to observe your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Set aside a quiet moment for introspection, using journaling or meditation as tools to explore your mental landscape. Reflect on recent challenges you faced and how you responded. Identify your successes and areas for improvement. This practice not only enhances your self-awareness, but also instills gratitude for your growth over time. Remember that sustaining a clean mindset isn't just about avoiding negative thoughts, but taking an active role in observing and learning from any unhelpful patterns that may arise. As you deepen your self-reflection, you empower yourself to course-correct and navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Building and cultivating supportive connections is vital to sustain your mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can provide the reassurance and encouragement necessary when life gets challenging. Engage with friends, family, or mentors who inspire you, as these individuals can help reinforce the positivity you strive to maintain. Create an environment where open conversations are encouraged, allowing you to share both your challenges and triumphs. Vulnerability fosters intimacy and strengthens relationships, creating a collective support network that uplifts everyone involved. As you share experiences, you will build resilience together, learning that you are not alone in your journey. Consider the experience of Mark, a software engineer who faced intense pressure at work. Constantly navigating deadlines and project demands, he found himself gradually sliding into negativity. Realizing this shift, Mark committed to reframing his perspective. He began each day by reciting affirmations focused on his skills and contributions, reinforcing his self-worth. Additionally, he designated time every week to reflect on stressors, identifying triggers and assessing how he could respond more constructively. Mark reached out to colleagues who shared similar experiences, forming a small support group that met for coffee every week. This community became his anchor, providing encouragement during tough times. As a result of these practices, Mark noticed substantial growth in his professional and personal life. He became more capable of managing stress, embraced challenges with enthusiasm, and sought feedback with a sense of curiosity rather than apprehension. He realized that through positive thinking, self-reflection, and supportive relationships, he could sustain a clean mindset that invigorated every aspect of his life. In conclusion, maintaining a clean mindset requires conscious effort and commitment. By reinforcing positive thinking, engaging in self-reflection, and nurturing supportive connections, you build a resilient foundation that empowers you to thrive. Anticipate that bumps along the journey may be inevitable, but view them as opportunities for learning and growth. Each deliberate step taken towards sustaining your mindset leads you closer to the full realization of your potential. Embrace these regular practices and allow the transformative power of a clean mindset to guide you through life's ups and downs, illuminating your path toward fulfillment and success. Take the story of Ava, a passionate musician who aspired to perform at a local music festival. After facing rejection during her first audition, she felt disheartened but chose to embrace a growth mindset. Instead of giving up, Ava sought feedback, learning that her performance lacked stage presence. She took this advice to heart, enrolling in a public speaking class to boost her confidence and engage her audience better. Each practice session became an opportunity to grow. She rehearsed relentlessly, incorporating techniques that made her performances vibrant and captivating. When she auditioned again, Ava not only secured a spot in the festival, but also received enthusiastic applause. Her journey exemplifies how embracing feedback and challenges leads to remarkable personal growth and success. How might you reflect on a recent challenge you faced and identify the valuable lessons it offered? Exploring this can help you harness insights that propel your growth forward. How might you actively seek feedback in an area where you want to improve? Consider how welcoming constructive criticism can enhance your skills and broaden your perspective on your abilities. How might you identify a fear that has held you back from pursuing an opportunity, and what steps might you take to confront and overcome that fear? Developing a plan to face this challenge can empower you to move closer to your goals with confidence. Embracing a clean mindset enables you to rewire your thought patterns, igniting the potential for profound personal growth and fulfillment. As you implement the strategies discussed, you lay the groundwork for sustained positivity that can transform your life. In our next chapter, we will explore the art of mindful living, where you will learn how to cultivate awareness in your daily experiences, enhancing your ability to remain present and engaged. This essential practice will further sharpen your resilience and enrich your journey towards self-improvement. For ongoing guidance and inspiration, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Brainpower Blueprint, as we continue this transformative adventure together. As we conclude this journey from overcoming limiting beliefs to forging unstoppable habits, you have the tools to transform your mindset and enrich your life. Choose one chapter's blueprint today, put it into action, and celebrate your victory with your community. Thank you for dedicating your time to invest in your growth. Remember, lifelong success blooms from consistent, daily efforts. For continued inspiration and practical insights, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Brainpower Blueprint. Together, let's keep cultivating a future filled with possibilities and achievements.